Hello. All the talk is about Bitboy now and his arrest, and we're going to actually talk about it, obviously. Now, let me show you his arrest record on the actual county website. So, we're not making this stuff up. This is the Genoa County Sheriff. This is our website. This is where he actually got arrested. Armstrong Benjamin Charles. Didn't know his middle name was Charles, but it is. In jail. Age on booking date 40. Bail amount $0, and that's facility. Now, the bond amount is actually 40 because they haven't been in front of a judge because, all the judges are asleep right now. They're not going to have an emergency session because of Bitboy, obviously. And that just means that when they actually present themselves in front of a judge, they will actually set his bail. And as you can see here, he has no any probations, so he should be fine. It does not show us what he actually got arrested for, but it could be many things. I've heard driving without a license. I've heard drugs. I've heard possession of a gun, although possession of a gun is completely legal in Georgia. And he was actually out on public property in the street, not in Carlos's house or anything. So, but he was shouting you don't scare me, or I'm not afraid of you, or something. And he was trying to get his Lambo back or something like that. This is all very, very crazy and entertaining, but make no mistake, this dude is actually in jail. And it does not bode well for Bitboy that he's actually in jail, because if he wants to use the court system to actually get back at TJ and Carlos or whatever, this is not going to help him even a bit, because he's actually insane. Now, he actually went to this guy called Carlos Diaz's house to try to get his Lambo back, and he did actually post that, if Carlos comes out of the house and tries to shoot me, then that's that. I don't really know what that actually means, but that's really not something you actually want to say. And of course, TJ had an interview on Altcoin Daily today. It's an hour long, but the synopsis is Bitboy was wasting the company's money on gambling, and he was raging all over the office and sexually harassing multiple male employees. And the company itself, along with the employees, wrote a statement against Ben. So their case against Ben actually rests on those allegations, whether they can prove them true or not. And if he was wasting the company's money on gambling, that is grounds to kick him out. Now, TJ did confirm that Bitboy still owns 67% of the company, but there seems to be a clause in the contract that says if any of them actually threaten, do things that are detrimental to the company or put the company at risk, you can kick the other person out, but they have to be paid out. So don't all go rushing to donate to Bitboy's legal fund. Donate that money to me instead if you're going to do that, because he still does own 67% of the company, and he has to be paid out. So he's still got millions of dollars. So the thing is he didn't need your donations to buy Lambos. His payout's going to be many, many Lambos if they do actually kick him out of the company. Like I said, the portfolio, which is millions of dollars, and everything else, he owns 67% of that network. So he actually still owns a large amount of assets. Now, the lawyers are probably going to take a lot of those assets, obviously, because of legal funds and stuff, but I'm not really sure how that's actually going to work out. But he does own a large share of the company. He was armed, and it looks like, he wasn't armed himself. The gun was in the car, along with his side chick. So he actually was trying to avoid saying who was actually in the car with him to the cop. But he did actually say his wife actually knew that he was with his side chick, which I kind of doubt, because if she knew, why would you actually hide that your side chick was in the car with you? And if that's true, obviously, that whole teary-eyed apology of oh, I'm so sorry I cheated, obviously that wasn't true, because he's still with his side chick and he doesn't really care. So I really feel bad for his family, especially his kids, because they're going to have to grow up with all this crap. And, if I was his wife, if I wasn't filing for divorce right now, I'd probably be after this video, because his side chick's still in the car. He was arrested once before, but that was on 06 with drug charges. So I don't think that will actually affect it. And Bitcoin actually went down 20% today. Now, if you bought Bitcoin, you probably just lost all your money, because I don't think it's actually coming back. But it's a YouTuber coin, so you should have actually expected to lose all of it. If not all of it, then most of it, because basically YouTuber coins, if you buy them, you're just donating money to the YouTuber. You shouldn't really expect to get anything out, regardless of how they actually show the coin. Remember, Crypto Zoo, remember Millionaire Coin, those things aren't real investments. You're just supporting the YouTuber, which is fine if you know that, but if you're actually hoping to make an ROI, don't buy those things. Remember, he still has a lot of money from that, so don't be rushing to actually support his financial cause, because he still has millions of dollars. I think he's still worth like $28 million. But this is a pretty big blow to Bitboy and Ben Armstrong, as you guys can probably guess. I mean, with all the drug charges and stuff, I don't really see him getting, I don't really see him like having an upper hand in any court case against TJ or like any like the former hit executive people. And like, if all the office was turned against him, it was like true that he was like raging and sexually harassing multiple male employees in the office, which, you know, if he is on drugs, which he really did seem to be on drugs, I wouldn't actually doubt it. That's not saying like I believe in TJ 100%. I don't believe in TJ 100%, but I also don't really believe in Bitboy either. Because, you know, he's shown that he's a complete liar when it comes to like, oh, I'm so sorry I cheated and blah, 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 blah. Because he's obviously like with the side chick in the car, he's not sorry that he cheated. So, and the thing is, if he lied about that, he could easily be lying about everything else right now. Like I said, take everything he says with a big grain of salt. Don't trust TJ either. The truth is probably somewhere in between. Although, like I said, if Bitboy is hyped up on drugs, then it's much easier to actually believe in TJ than it is to believe in Ben. I know Ben will always have his supporters because he's a very popular personality. I mean, he's like unpopular with a lot of people, but he's popular with a lot of people. And a lot of people are going to believe him. But this dude, like, if you actually watch the video on Twitter, go watch the video on that raging video on Twitter, man. Like, if you haven't, if you haven't seen the video on Twitter, this guy is crazy. He's like actually like he needs help. He doesn't actually need to be in jail. He needs to be in mental ward, and he needs serious help. But then again, he's got plenty of money to get that help as well. But, you know, he's a little crazy, which makes me, he's a little crazy. Well, he's actually a lot crazy, which makes him a perfect fit to be a general of the XRP army. Now, he's not the actual general of the XRP army, because if he was the general of the XRP army would be badly defeated right now. So the XRP army is still out there. It's fine. But he's a perfect personality to be the self-proclaimed general of the XRP army. But I think he's gone now at this point. Well, he's not gone. He's probably going to get bailed tomorrow and like get bailed out, or he's going to bail himself out or something. But I think like his world is kind of like crashing in on him, getting arrested. The thing is, like, I'm not really sure what they arrested him for, unless like he allowed them to search his car, in which if he actually did have drugs, unless they had a warrant, I wouldn't actually let the cops search my car at that. I mean, if the cops like stopped me and asked to search my car, I would actually say no, just because the cops tend to screw up your car when they search it, and they don't really pay for like screwing up your car. So the thing is, like, Bitboy is actually not in a good position. It looks like he was pretty high on whatever the hell he was high on. And obviously, like, that's going to be an extra charge on him. The side chick in the car really makes, like, his apologies and everything look completely ass and phony. So, like, right now, if he's trying to get the company back from TJ and Hit Network, I think everything's going to be turned against him. Because, like, with the way he's been acting and with this, like, certain tirade, I feel like he just kind of shot himself in the foot for trying to get the Lambo back and the company back. Because technically he owns 67% of the company. I think, like, through normal legal means, he has a pretty good chance of getting it back. Now, you could say he just set all this up and he's doing it for popularity. Going to jail for popularity is a very, very bad plan. I can't think of anyone that would actually do that. But then again, he is kind of crazy, so I guess it's not out of the question. But I don't think he actually thought like the police would actually carry him off to jail. But then again, if you're like, you know, like coked up or like hyped up on narcotics, and you're waving and you're shouting in front of someone's house, and there's a gun in your car and drugs in your car and stuff like that, probably easy for the cops to make a case against you and arrest you at the same time. Now like his live stream phone actually like went dark moments before he got arrested, but I think we have the sounds as well, because he didn't actually turn off the phone. So this will be actually really interesting. I know some people have said like we want to see the body cam footage from the cop. I'm not really sure if the cop actually had the body cam footage or if he was using it or something. We don't really know that for sure. But this is a very crazy development in the world of crypto, and people are going to be talking about it for quite a while. I just want to see if like these allegations from TJ and the company are true, because if they are true, they could definitely sink Ben, and he could actually have like way more charges, because like sexually harassing like employees in a workplace, that can get you a lot. And like, it seems like other people in the company actually did write a statement against Ben, so they could actually take the company away from him. And he could be left with very little after all the lawyers take their share. But he's still worth tens of millions of dollars right now, so don't really feel sorry for him. But this is like the craziest thing I've ever seen from a crypto influencer. And this is a great way to throw away your gold mine and end up in the poorhouse by actually doing this. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to lose control of the company and he's going to have to sell the company if nothing else. And it could actually be a lot worse if the employees actually come forward and start suing him. Because like, you know, if you're like the big boss and the star of the show, you have like certain privileges, like people don't want to sue you because you're the one keeping the company going. But once you start falling from grace, like everyone starts coming out of the woodworks and like bringing up charges against you. That's the way it always works. And those people that bought Bitcoin, they're probably not too happy either. Although they should have known, they're probably not very happy. And yeah, that's all I have to say about Bitboy. I do think like he's kind of screwed right now and he did it to himself. I do think he's going to be like guilty of at least some charges. And I doubt he's actually getting his company back from TJ and Co. right now. So, you know, I was on Ben's side. I was on Bitboy's side before this, but I have to rescind my position. And I have to say I'm like basically not on anyone's side right now because I can't really trust TJ, but I definitely can't trust Bitboy after today. So let me know what you think about this. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.